Why are you sending me a credit card with numbers missing? Sometimes you have to put your little numbers in the little boxes, right? And then extend the cost out to the other box. And your math wasn't that good. And so you would put on your order form, do not let wholesale fall below 600, which means you needed to put 1,200 retail on the order form, but you would only select 300 retail. Trying to get a $600 wholesale order, it didn't work, so I would have to call you, and I'd have to take $900 worth of products over the phone so I can process your order. Yeah, sometimes you would be ordering 1058, but you actually put the number in two boxes, so I didn't know if you wanted 1057 or 1058, so I would have to call you and figure out what you wanted. I loved it. I loved it. I love calling. I love talking to everyone. It was awesome. And it was such a rush at the end of the month. Every month it was such a rush. You never felt more alive. You guys know how it feels when you now on computers typing it all? That was us doing it for you. Yeah. Fun. I mean, there are national sales directors in our company today that I keyed in their beauty consulting agreements. Crazy. All right, so I loved it. So one of my favorite people was Gloria Mayfield Banks. So Gloria lived in Boston, and so I lived in New Jersey. Her orders would come to us in New Jersey. Well, Gloria would fly her orders from Boston to New Jersey. A person would go and pick them up from the airport. They would bring them to the distribution center, and it would say, "Attention, Sean Key." I would get the orders. There would be 3 piles. Process immediately, hold, and call me. And so I built this relationship over the phone with Gloria Mayfield Banks. Finally, I got to go to a career conference up in Boston, and I met her. And oh my gosh, I thought she was 7 feet tall. You know, talking to her on the phone, you would think she was like 6'2", right? I'm looking, I hear this voice coming down the hall, and it's a little dot down there. I hear her, but I don't see anything, and it kept getting closer and closer and closer. And finally, this little old thing comes walking up to me. Gloria! And we became really great friends, of course, for all of these years. It's been amazing. I love the relationships that I got to form with directors and consultants and nationals way back in the day. I can tell you, I knew you win stories about a lot of people at Mary Kay. And so that's why I'm so excited about your future. Because I see all of you here, and some of you are consultants and new and senior consultants, and sharp and beautiful and confident, and you remind me of the women that I knew 20, 25 years ago that were just like you, but are now national sales directors with our company. So you can't see your future, but I can see in you a future that's better than your current reality, because I've walked it with women for 25 years. Walked it with them, hand in hand. We've done this together. So now I'm in customer service. I'm making calls. Life is good. I turned 21. Life is good. Going to college. All that good stuff. They called me in the office, and they said, "We let go of the night shift supervisor last night, and we want to promote you to warehouse supervisor." Here I am, 21 years old, no supervisory experience, full-time college student. I had just moved up to customer service 7 months prior to this, and I tried to talk our vice president out of a promotion. Some of you know exactly what I'm talking about. Your director has come to you, she has asked you, "Will you be my offspring sales director?" She has begged you, please, 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 be my offspring sales director. She has bribed you, I will give you my firstborn child. You will be my offspring sales director. Right? Like, she has done it all. And it's like, she sees in something, she sees something in you that you don't see in yourself, or you're not willing to give yourself credit for. Like, directors just don't go around going, you'll be my offspring, you'll be my offspring, you'll be my offspring, you'll be my offspring. That's not how it works. They invite the people that they see, the leadership, that they see that something special, that little bit of, there are a lot of people who could have been here today, but they are not here. You're here because you have that something that's a little bit more. And so they saw that in me as a 21-year-old box maker. And so I said, I don't know. I need to think about it. The vice president offered me a promotion into a leadership position, and I told him, hold on, I will tell you tomorrow. So I went to my parents' house that night, sat down with my parents. I told them what Mary Kay was trying to do to me. And I grew up in a household where being a boss was a bad thing. So my parents, they both worked for the same companies for a long time. My mother for one company for 27 years, my father for Ford Motor Company for over 40 years. And I used to hear my mother come home from work. She would get home at 5:30. She would change out of her work clothes. She would put on some casual clothes. She would start making dinner. She would get on her phone with her best girlfriend from work, Miss Corinne. This was back when phones had cords and they lived on the wall, right? She would pull the phone off the wall, dial a number, walk like this. While she's making dinner, she would have the phone like this. She would move around the kitchen and make dinner. And she would complain to Miss Corinne all night long about how much she hated her job, how much she hated the people, and the person they hated the most was the boss. Right. You know that saying, it's not what's taught, it's what's taught? Yeah. My mother and father never said, now listen, son, don't grow up and be the boss. They didn't teach me that, but that's what I caught from listening to their experiences at their jobs. And so you got to be careful, because words give life and it kills dreams. And so here I am listening for 21 years of my life about not being the boss. Don't be the boss. Everyone hates the boss. You're ruining people's lives when you're the boss. You know? People come home from work and talk about you for hours every day. And not in a good way. And my mother, it was the same routine. Did you see her? She either needs a mirror or a friend, because she should not be wearing that outfit. Who does she think she is, putting all that work on my desk? I am not her personal assistant. I will smack her into the middle of next week. You're messing with the wrong person. Look, she's like, Some of y'all have said that about me. You know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, we just, that's how it was every night after work. Every night, that's the way it was. So, I know if anybody was going to, thank you, Nikki. Anybody was going to sympathize with me, it was going to be my mother. So I told her what Mary Kay was trying to do to me. She says, Sean, they never would have offered you the position if they didn't think you could do the job. Should not be talking right now. You're the one who told me that the boss is the devil. Right, but she was right. See, you never get offered the position until you've earned it. Right? And that's why your directors invited you today, because in their view of you, you've earned the right to lead. You may not have done all the work yet, but you've earned the right to lead. So the invitation is a reflection of who you be. Not what you've done, but who you be. And so they saw in me something that I didn't see in myself, And it was based on who I was as a person, not evidence of the work that I had done. Because I hadn't done that work yet. I went in the next day, I accepted the position. And guess what? On day one as a supervisor, I wasn't very good. Guess what? When that computer goes, ta-da, you're a director, some of you aren't going to be very good on day one. You're not. But here's the deal. If you have the desire to get better, you will. That was what I had to lean on, was my desire to become great at every job I've ever had. I didn't know how to make boxes the first time I made boxes. There's actually an art to making boxes. I didn't know how to pick on the line. I wasn't the fastest, most accurate picker on day one. But by the time I left the assembly line, I was the fastest, most accurate picker. I didn't know how to be a shipping clerk until I started doing it. And so if your fear is, what if I'm no good at directing? How many of you are moms? Okay, trust me, you are no good on that. You are really good, I'm sorry. It's like, well, I read the book, and the book said the baby was going to cry from 8 to 8:55. My baby's been crying for 2.5 hours. I got the wrong baby. I'm going back to the hospital. Would you like to make a baby exchange? I want the non-crying baby, please. Thank you very much. You watched the DVD, and the DVD said, right? And the baby didn't do what the DVD said. But did you give up on the baby? No. You kept going. You kept going, and you kept going, and you kept going, and you got better. That's what directorship is about. It's about jumping in, jumping off the ledge, and growing your wings on the way down. Trust me, we won't let you smash into the concrete. We're not going to let you smash your face into the concrete. And so I had to go in and get better. And so I got better and I got better. 1993, they flew me to Dallas, Texas. For 1 week where I learned how to be a supervisor. And here I am, 22 years old. I'm in Dallas for a week. Oh, I loved it. I met Mary Kay Ash. I walked in, and there she was in the lobby, and Larry Harley was the president at the time, and Larry Harley brought me and said, John, what are you doing here? I'm here for training, Larry. He goes, come over here. I want to introduce you to Mary Kay. I was like, Mary Kay! She's alive! She's real! I only had seen pictures of her, right? And so I met Mary Kay in 1993, and I fell in love. I was like, I want to marry her. And so I flew home from Dallas, and I was sold out completely. Because Mary Kay was exactly the way people told us she was. When she met me, she treated me like I was the only person in that lobby. Her eyes were zeroed in on me. She was talking to me, and I don't know what she said. But I was in awe. And so I made a decision when I flew home October 1993, I'm going to work at corporate. That became my goal. So March 94 comes around, career conference is going on. I was scheduled to work the career conference in Providence week 2. Week 1, they were having career conference in Philadelphia. All of my local New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Maryland friends are going to be in Philly. And so you ever know about a party you weren't invited to? But you went anyway. That's what happened. I worked Monday through Friday, 3:30. I drove to Philadelphia. I bought myself 2 nights in the hotel room. I showed up on Saturday morning in my suit, ready to work. They were like, who are you? I said, I'm Sean Key. I work at the branch in New Jersey. I'm here to help. They're like, good. 4,000 women are outside that door ready to come in, get their products, and have a good time. So we need your help. So I worked that Saturday, uninvited, for free, on my day off. Because because I wanted to be around the winners. I wanted to be with the women that were making things happen in this company. And so, you guys, go where winning is happening in this company. Show up, uninvited. If you have to go uninvited,